Namaste, everyone. I think we are recording now.
Namaskaram, Kṛṣṇa. Namaskaram, Kṛṣṇa.
Oh, namaskaram. Namaskaram. One second. I just want to make sure everything is all right. Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Parama Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Sarva Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Kṛṣṇa Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Nrisimha Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Hayavadara Parabrahmane Namaha, Sarvam Shri Kṛṣṇa Namaste. Namaskaram, everyone. So we'll continue with this class. Sorry for the delay in the last couple of weeks. We didn't have any class. I'm still not completely settled, but we'll see how we can do this class. I didn't want to cancel this class, so my preparation is very limited for this class. So we'll have a shorter class today. Okay, let me start the class quickly. And then let's go as we go further. We'll figure out if there are any question answers. Make sure you see my screen and interesting. Second, I'm not able to see my own screen. Hold on a second. Yeah, here it is. So can you hear me well? And can you see Bhagavad Gītā 172? I should have said lecture 172. I didn't even write it properly.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you. So we can go. Let me put this on slide view. I guess now it's okay. So the shloka what we are going to talk about is what is this, 2.31, I think? Yeah, 2.31. Svadharma pūjā-rūpa na vikampitum arhasi Dharmya-yuddha shreyonyate Kṣatriyasya na vidyate. Svadharmamapi cha avekshya na vikampitum arhasi. Svadharma means now the next few verses, Lord Kṛṣṇa talks to Arjuna in a very rational way, very human, like as if some advisor in some war is trying to advise regarding the war. Of course, there are philosophical implications even here, but the thing is, it looks more rational thinking at this point. Dharmya means Dharmat anapetam. That means that which is not against dharma. That which definitely includes dharma. So, so this yuddha or war is pūjā-rūpa. Pūjā-rūpa means that which is a form of worship of the Lord, who is supporter of everything in this universe. Everything which is happening here is not just happening just by itself. Where did the universe come from? Oh, people, science can say Big Bang. Where did consciousness come from? Here, the question mark, right? Science has about 20, 30 theories about consciousness. But they may have, most of them may believe and agree that materially, the universe originated from the Big Bang. Do we know more about the Big Bang? No. Even science talks about Big Bang after a microsecond or a millisecond after the bang started. It doesn't say at time is equal to 0, Big Bang, what happened? Prior to Big Bang, what happened? It doesn't say. So there are blind spots in science. 1 second, please. There are blind spots in science, as well as a lot of unknowns. And philosophy or Bhagavad Gītā tries to give more information about such blind spots. In fact, what is the purpose of the Vedas? The purpose of the Vedas and Vedanta is to tell you something which you cannot understand through ordinary methods, which include pratyaksha and anumana. All our science is based on direct perception and inference. Intuition, sometimes intuition also. Science, there is a lot of intuition in science also. But what you cannot perceive through all these methods is beyond the reach of our senses or our knowledge given through our senses and mind. So that is the purpose of the Śāstra. And that is saying, look, this particular war, not all wars, this particular battle in Kurukṣetra is a form of worship of Bhagavan, worship of the creator, worship of the supporter of everything. And it is also a method for paraloka sadhana, means it gives you a method to get to the other world. Successfully, you can go to a better world. For a Kṣatriya, Kṣatriya means a person who belongs to a class of people for whom protection, military. Kṣatriya is a person in the military. That person's job is to protect the country. So for such a person, Dharmya-yuddha Kṣatriya Kṣatriyasya na vidyate. There is no other better way other than fighting this righteous war, dharma war. And the next verse, so far, okay, right? You understand what is said in this verse, right? I guess so. Yadrichaya chopapannam swargadvaram apavrutam sukinaha kshatriyaha partha labhante yuddham idrisham. This verse is very important. Many people don't understand certain things properly in the Bhagavad Gītā. In the Bhagavad Gītā, what they find, many times they decide is, look at what Lord Kṛṣṇa did in the Bhagavad Gītā. Tasmad yudhyasva bharata. Right? You go fight. That's what Kṛṣṇa said. But what did fight involve? Killing of millions of people. So Kṛṣṇa is a supporter of mass killing. Can we say this? People say, some people think like that. He could have told Arjuna, stop fighting. He did not say, go ahead and fight. But this fight is not a normal fight. So just picking up fights at every street corner is not what Kṛṣṇa supported. He supported only a dharmic war, that which is righteous. And that also ayatna prapta, yadrichaya, means accidentally this war has started. Ayatna prapta means that which is not calculated and started as a war. Okay, let's go pick up some lands around us. They are wars started out of greed, criminal tendencies, subjugation, and things like that. They are different kind of wars. Definitely such a person who starts such a war is a criminal and will be punished here or hereafter in some other life. But this particular war is ayatna prapta. Ayatna prapta means they did not plan for it. Arjuna didn't want this war. And it happened as if by Bhagavad Gītā or the will of the Lord. In fact, Kṛṣṇa, Arjuna, and several other people approached Duryodhana to stop the war, saying that, as promised earlier, give 5 villages to Pandavas, they will just go happy and they will protect their citizens, people who believe and who live by their support. They will take care of all of them. Only 5 villages is what is being asked. Duryodhana said, not even an inch. I will not give you anything. So this started the war. So this was not due to greed or interest in occupation. Illegally. This is a golden opportunity for a Kṣatriya. For a person in military, this opportunity should not be given up. Why? This is a gateway to Swarga. This is the method. This is Sukhinah Kṣatriya Partha Labhante Yuddham Idrisham. This is the second sentence. Lucky are the ones, those Kṣatriyas. Labhante Yuddham Idrisham. I don't want to use military as an exact equivalent of Kṣatriya. Kṣatriya has its own definition in the Vedic context. So we will discuss that later. Sukhinah Kṣatriya Partha Labhante Yuddham Idrisham. Lucky are the ones, those Kṣatriyas who get an opportunity of this type to fight. The next verse is, see, for many of these verses, Madhvācārya does not give any bhashya, whether in the form of Gita Tatparya or in the form of Gita Vivritti. He does not give any explanation. And the ācāryas, based on the other commentaries, or based on the commentaries given to the other shlokas, they extend and say this is what exactly is meant by this. So it's not a big issue. This happens to almost every other ācārya. Here and there, the ācāryas don't explain every word of the Bhagavad Gītā. Okay. Next verse is 233. Atha chete tvam imam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi tataha swadharmam kīrtim cha hitva papam avapsyasi. Kṛṣṇa says to Arjuna, if you do not fight this war, which is a righteous war, then you are going against Svadharma, your own duty, and you will lose your fame, and you will incur sin, papa. So you will lose even on the spiritual side. That is what this verse says. Why is this papa? Because this person is giving up Svadharma. And also is avoiding the worship of the Lord. So that is why this is sin. Kīrti is fame. If he does not fight, his fame is gone. People will think that, oh, he chickened out. He was a coward. So that is a wrong thing. And this war is dharmya, that which does not go against dharma. The next verse, akirtin chapi bhutani kathayishyanti te avyayam sambhavitasya cha akirtihi maranat atirichyate. So the thing is, just I want to make a small announcement here before we go further. I don't know if you people can see this. Can you see this textbook?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Kṛṣṇa ji.
Okay. This.
But not clear, not clear. The book is not clear.
I will read it for you. I will read it for you. I don't know if you can see the. Can you see this page? I don't think so. See, I have a problem. I cannot show you, but I will read it for you. This book is in Sanskrit. And this was published by Samskrita Samshodhana Samsat Melkote, that is ASR, Academy of Sanskrit Research Melkote. I got this book recently, or maybe I had it before and I never opened it. It is given by N.S. Ramabhadracharya. It's a Gita Shlok Artha Vivratihi. That is the explanations of the meanings of the Gita. The advantage of this book is, well, you can say, well, it may be geared towards Ramanuja or something. You may say that maybe it does. But there are so many words in the Bhagavad Gītā, they're not well explained by many ācāryas. Every word of Bhagavad Gītā is not explained by ācāryas. So this particular book gives very good understanding of every word of the Bhagavad Gītā in Sanskrit. This person is an amazing Sanskrit scholar. And incidentally, he was the teacher of Champaka Mami, who is also here. He is known to have done phenomenal work in the area of Sanskrit, philosophy, Vedanta, and several other subjects. He's no more. And this book, I found it very interesting, because if I have a doubt about the Sanskrit word, I can directly go and pick it up here instead of going to several things. This will not go against the original intent of any ācārya. Here and there, the word Maya can be interpreted by Shankaracharya in a different way and by the other ācāryas in a different way. So there's always some differences. But if you have a doubt, this book seems to be very interesting. Particularly, I had some doubts about the words in the Bhagavad Gītā. And this book seemed to give you an answer quickly, a quick reference. And some people, I think, have ordered this book, and some people may not have it. Akirtin chapi bhutani kathayishyanti te avyayam sambhavitasya cha kīrtihi maranat atirichyate. Let me just take a view here. Hold on a second. For example, avyayam, here it says, right? Avyayam is unchanging. Akirtim chapi bhutani kathayishyanti te avyayam. Sambhavitasya cha kīrtihi maranat atirichyate. Let me explain to you the English first. In English, akirtim chapi bhutani kathayishyanti. They talk about your infamy, which is not changing. See, vyaya means changing. Avyaya means not changing. Sambhavitasya cha akirtihi maranat atirichyate. Having established your infamy, if it is like if the infamy regarding you becomes constant, maranat atirichyate. This is worse than death. This is the intent of the shloka. Say there the word avyaya, here in this Sanskrit, in this book, avyaya means avinashinim, ācāryas manuvartamanam. Avinashini means that which does not, what do you call, that it's that which is imperishable in a way. Avinashini means that does not destroy. What does it really mean? Avyaya can be used to explain the term jivatma. So jivatma does not change. The swarupa of jivatma does not die. So even there avyaya can be used. Avyaya can be used, avinashi is used to represent jivatma or paramatma. But in this context, avyaya means what? Avyaya means ācāryas anuvartamanam. They exist. That is, the infamy will last a long time, as long as the sun and moon exist. Look at this. This is more appropriate to understand the context of the Bhagavad Gītā. This is not against any ācārya, but this person has given a good understanding of Sanskrit. Another thing is in the next verse, I think in the next verse, look at this word. Oh, I didn't want to show this to you because that will give you information. Next verse is Bhayat ranat uparatam mamsyante mam maharataha. What does mamsyante means? Can anyone guess? Mamsyante. Bhayat ranat uparatam mamsyante tvam maharataha. Bhayat ranat uparatam means a person who is running away from a war due to fear of the war, due to fear of the enemy. Mamsyante mam maharataha. Those great soldiers and powerful warriors. Mamsyante. What does mamsyante mean?
Somewhat like manyante. Same meaning
manyante.
for many as manyante.
It is only manyante, that is true. But for a long time, I did not understand what exactly mamsyante means. If I looked around, I didn't get an answer quickly. And here mamsyante is manyante according to Ramanuja.org, which is the same meaning given by Madhvācārya. So, and Ramanuja.org adds a couple of nice items here. Na sneha karunyabhyam. Okay, let me explain to you what that means. Bhayat ranad uparatam mamsyante tvam maharataha. So the thing is, they will think that if you stop the war and go away, they will think that you stopped the war and ran away from the battlefield due to fear. They will not think that you were overpowered by friendship with your cousins, your relatives like Kauravas, your teachers and other people, and you, out of mercy, you didn't want to kill them and you walked away from the war. They will never think like that. You may have that intention that you are overpowered by grief. You don't want to kill them. You don't want to kill your teachers, friends, family. But they will think that you're running away due to fear. So here he is mentioning Nasneha Karunyabhyam. These extra items, the extra support Ramanuja.org gives is very valuable. I liked it a lot. Esham Chatvam Bahumatah. See, these are verses where the other ācāryas don't even talk about. That's where you need some help. Esham Chatvam Bahumatah Bhutva Yasyasi Laghavam. See, for so far, so long, till now, before you run away from this war, those people, like even the great opponents like Bhishma, Duryodhana, and all those Kauravas, they were thinking that you are a big guy. You were a Gandivi. Gandivi means the person who holds the bow known as Gandiva, where he got the Gandiva from Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva, he gave Pashupatastra, he got the Pashupatastra from Lord Shiva. So thing is, that is also a powerful weapon, the holder of Pashupatastra. So they so long had a wonderful image of you. They were impressed by you. They were afraid of you because of your fame and valor and real knowledge. You were also a great tapasvi, a great person who did meditation to actually realize Lord Shiva and got a present boon from Lord Shiva. But now what happens if you run away from the war? You become trivial. You are a coward, nothing more than a coward. Oh my God, we are afraid of Arjuna. He is nothing. I can slap him right in front of me. So you will become a laughing stock. So this is the message of Kṛṣṇa to Arjuna there. Any doubts about this? I guess clear? Okay. Avachya vadanscha bhun vadishyanti tavahitaha nindantaha tava samarthyam tato dukkataram nukim. They talk about you in words with really unbearable words. Tava ahitaha means those who don't like you. They're not here to be. They're not your well-wishers. They'll keep on talking about you. Gossip. They love it. Nindantastava samarthyam. They put down your valor. They put down your courage. Tato dukkataram nukim. What is there more painful than that? This is the meaning of this verse. Hato va prapsyasi swargam jitva va bhokshase mahim tasmat uttishta kaunteya yuddhaya krita nishchayaha. Hato va prapsyasi swargam. If you die, you will go to heaven. Jitva va bhokshase mahim. Suppose you win the battle, you will enjoy the spoils of this war. Whatever you get out of the war, you enjoy bhokshase mahim. On earth you enjoy happiness, friendship, parties, whatever you can enjoy here. Tasmat uttishta kaunteya. O son of Kunti, get up. Yuddhaya krita nishchayaha. With a firm commitment to complete the war, to fight the war, to wage the war. This is the word meaning of the Bhagavad Gītā here. Now this shloka. Here, Madhvācārya gives a slightly different view. What is that? Jitva swargam mahim cha ye yudhyante pradhaneshu shuraso ye tanutyajaha iti shrutehe. He refers to a shruti. Unfortunately, shruti means Vedic statement. Unfortunately, even in the Gita Prasthana book of the Madhvācārya Mula Prasthana book published here, I do not know where they take the statement from the Vedas. Which Veda, what line, the reference is missing here. So I'm just going to give you what it says. In this verse, it is not just that those who die will go to Swarga, and those who fight and win, they will enjoy here. That is not just the purpose here. Even those who win the war will enjoy life here and also go to Swarga. So this Shruti Vakya, or the statement given in the Shruti, is saying the person who wins the war is not going to enjoy only life here and the spoils of the war, which is normal to understand, but he gets a benefit. additional benefit. He will also definitely go to Swarga or heaven. So, that is mentioned by Madhvācārya. I'm sure he has a unique view here. Sukha-duḥkhe same kritva labha-labho jaya-jayau tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papam avapsyasi.
One
So,
minute. In that sentence, in this sentence, pradhaneshu, it is like that. Ye yudhyante pradhaneshu. Is it pradhaneshu? What is the meaning for pradhaneshu?
See, that is what I did not get from any place. I can, 1 second.
Is it pradhaneshu or pradhaneshu?
See, in the Vedas, they change the thing, right? Here and there, Vedic usage is different. I don't. See, the whole thing they say, there is a little bit more than this verse. Ye yudhyante pradhaneshu shuraso ye tanutyajaha eva sahasra dakshinaha tanshchidevapi gacchatat. This is a Shruti statement. I don't know where it is said.
Okay.
Shurasaha is those who fight with valor. That is also Jayashali. Shurasaha means those who win the war. Tanutyajaha means those who die, give up their body.
Give up their life. Only this word pradhaneshu, or is it pradhaneshu or?
Ye yudhyante pradhaneshu. Pradhaneshu could be wars, right? I don't know what pradhaneshu means here, honestly.
Yudhyante itself means war, waging war.
So what does
is a visheshana for yuddha.
I know pradhaneshu means something in those, right? In those some way.
It is an adjective, visheshana for.
Okay, anyway, let me check this and see if the dictionary can give me any meaning. And then I will see I can answer next time. Okay?
Swami, can you tell us what is the point of mentioning this here, like this extra sentence that even if you can and when you get
in the original verse, okay, in the original Krishna's words, Jitva va bhukshase mahim is given. The second part is right. The second part is Jitva va bhukshase mahim.
Yeah, if you win, you enjoy here. If you die, then you go to heaven. Yes, that is mentioned.
So the thing is, does it? So the question what Madhvācārya raises is, does it mean that the person who wages this war and wins, he will only enjoy this here rather than going to heaven eventually? But what the Shruti, according to Madhvācārya, says that the very fact that you attempt such a dharmic war,
yes,
even if you win, and even if you don't die in this war, heaven is promised for you. Heaven is certain for you.
The point is correct. Meaning is correct.
Is Madhvācārya trying to say that, to avoid if Arjuna had said that, I'll attain Swarga then, rather than fighting. Is that why it is mentioned there? Is that what you think?
See, I don't know what the purport here is, other than the fact that Madhvācārya says a person who attempts a dharmic war has a double benefit. What is the double benefit? Even if he wins, he not only experiences the spoils of the war, but he also, of course, fame of winning and all those things, but he also experiences heaven just because he attempts to fight in a dharmic war.
Okay.
Just full war.
Okay.
Mhm.
Right. The next one is sukha-duḥkhe same kritva labha labho jaya jayau tato yuddhaya yujjasvana evam papam avapsyasi. So have equanimity in pain and pleasure. Sukha is pleasure, is happiness. Dukkha is unhappiness. So have an equal tendency. Take them equally. Tolerate them. And if kritva labha labho jaya jayo, do not worry about losses or gains, win or lose. It doesn't matter. Be prepared for the war, fight the war. You will not incur any sin or papa. So that is the meaning of this verse. Here, the next verse is important. Esha te vihita sāṅkhye buddhir yoge tvimam shruno buddhya yukto yaya partha karma bandham prahasyasi. Here, the simple meaning of this verse is, this was told you, O Arjuna, in Sāṅkhya. I will explain what Sāṅkhya means later. In Sāṅkhya, this was told to you, Sāṅkhya buddhi. Esha te vihita Sāṅkhye buddhi. That means the intelligence of Sāṅkhya was given to you, was told to you, O Arjuna, so far. Yoge tu imam shruno. In the aspect of yoga, listen to me further. I'm going to talk about this in relation to yoga. Buddhya yukto yaya partha karma bandham prahasyasi. Having this intelligence, you will attain release from the bondage of karma. So the O Partha means Arjuna, you will be released from the bondage of karma, knowing this knowledge of this yoga. So what does it mean? Here, Sāṅkhya means, Madhvācārya says, it's only jnana. It is not the Sāṅkhya yoga, which is a system of thought and which is also one of the Shat Darshanas. The 6 Darshanas, the Sāṅkhya yoga is one of the system of thought. That is not mentioned here by the term Sāṅkhya. Kṛṣṇa uses the term Sāṅkhya in a different way. Sāṅkhya means knowledge. Shuddhatma tattva vijnanam Sāṅkhyamittya vidiyate. So the knowledge of the pure Atma, which includes the knowledge of pure Jivatma and Paramatma for Madhvācārya. Sāṅkhyam ityu abhidiyate. That is known as Sāṅkhya. Iti Bhagavad Vachanate. This was said by Lord himself in a work called Vyasa Smriti. I don't know if Vyasa Smriti exists or is it available to everybody. I didn't do any research on it, sorry. But we can check out and say, is Vyasa Smriti available or not? But Madhvācārya mentions this. So, Sāṅkhya means Shuddha Atma Tattva Vijnanam, pure knowledge of the pure self. Yogaha upayaha. Yoga means upaya. Upaya means a trick or a easy route or an expedient method to succeed. Upaya is generally that, oh my God, I've got into this kind of a really difficult problem. How will I find a solution? So upaya means it's a solution from a very difficult situation. So yoga means upaya. Drishta yogaha prayuktascha pumsam sheyah prasiddhaye iti prayogat bhagavata. In the Bhagavata, the word yoga is mentioned as that which gives human beings shreyaha prasiddhaye. So the thing is, shreyaha means good. It will give the prosperity, good for people. Shreyaha means that which is the right path, that which gives them value. So yoga is a upaya. So why is this mentioned here? That is not, yoga should not be understood as that which is a yoga shastra or a yoga as a system of thought, like the Sāṅkhya system of thought, yoga system of thought, which are slightly different. Okay, let's try to understand what it is. Netaro Sāṅkhya yoga upayatvena upadeyatvena vivakshitau kutrachite samasthena. So in the other shastras, Sāṅkhya and yoga are not prescribed as completely acceptable. In any of the other shastras, Sāṅkhya and yoga system of thought, they are not completely valid, but there is a lot of good items, good information in the Sāṅkhya system of thought and yoga system of thought also. We should take a lot from them, but they're not completely acceptable. Okay. And now here I made a mistake, really made a mistake. I will edit it out right here. Hold on a second. Just give me a second. Okay. So the subject Sāṅkhya and Karma and Yoga talked about in the Bhagavad Gītā refer to Sāṅkhya means the knowledge of the pure Jivatma or Paramatma, and Yoga means Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga means that is a method which will be explained. What is Karma Yoga will be explained in the rest of the Bhagavad Gītā. But the classical science of Sāṅkhya system of thought and yoga system of thought are not completely acceptable and prescribed as valid. That's what we need to understand from this statement. If you go further, Ninditatvacha etarayoho mokshadharmeshu bhinnamatatva muktva Pañcarātra stutya vedanam tu ekarthatva na virodha. We have to understand what Madhvācārya is telling here. In Moksha Dharma, which is a portion of the Mahabharata, the Sāṅkhya and the Yoga Shastras are declared to be Veda Viruddha, or they don't have complete agreement with the Vedas. They are slightly opposing. They oppose Vedas here and there. But a lot of good information is there in Sāṅkhya and Yoga Darshanas. There is a lot of validity there, but not completely acceptable. And some portions are against the statements of the Vedas. If you have not figured this out yet, we have to understand that all ācāryas generally try to say our system of thought should be in 100% consistency with Vedas. The Vedas are the views of the rishis who directly realize truth, and our views have to be consistent with the views of the Vedas. And if any system of thought, like the Sāṅkhya and Yoga system of thought, which are in one of the Shat Darshanas, there is two of the Shat Darshanas, if they go against the views of the rishis, that is the Vedic, they are not acceptable. But on the other hand, the Pañcarātra agamas are fully in sync with, and they're consistent with the Vedas. Hence, Pañcarātra agamas are valid 100%, but Sāṅkhya and Yoga systems of thought are only valid partially. This is what we need to understand.
Kṛṣṇaji, can I quickly ask something?
Ahead.
Kṛṣṇaji, this is Renu.
Yeah, go ahead.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I just had a quick comment here. See, Sāṅkhya and Yoga are both considered Vaidika darshanas, or Astika darshanas, sorry.
True,
right?
True.
Astika darshana systems do hold Vedas as pramana.
Yes.
Vedas are the ultimate pramanas. That's why they fall in the category of Astika darshana shastras, right? Like Nyaya Vaisheshika and Uttara Mimamsa and Purva Mimamsa. So that is one thing I wanted to mention. The other thing I wanted to mention is like why is this shloka? I think it is pretty intriguing. So I'm glad you're expanding on this a little bit more. Esha te abhita Sāṅkhye buddhir yoge tu imam tvimam shrunu is what the first sentence says, right? The first sentence of the verse. So te abhita Sāṅkhye, meaning, does this mean that this has already been said by me to you in Sāṅkhya? Is that the word by word meaning of that?
Yeah. So what is mentioned there is so far till the 2.31 or something, right? So far till now, I have already told you about Sāṅkhya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And then buddhir yoge tvimam shrunu, meaning for now going forward, think listen to me according to buddhir yoga is what Kṛṣṇa is trying to say, or I'm trying to understand the words here.
Don't say buddhi there. See, 1 second. Let me go back. How you want to break it? Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Esha te bihita Sāṅkhye buddhi. Just you stop there.
Okay, got it.
So this intelligence, I told you, according to Sāṅkhya, so far till the 2.3 something, 2.33 or some 39 or whatever it is, 31 I think.
Okay.
Right? So yoge to imam shruno. As far as yoga is concerned, you understand what I'm telling. Yoga is actually an implementation or a methodology to achieve what you know, which is Sāṅkhya, which is the true knowledge of the Jivatma and Paramatma, Shuddha, pure Jivatma and Paramatma. Paramatma is always Shuddha, but Jivatma is mixed up in matter, right? So we don't know who we are. The true nature of ourselves, separated from matter, is already said to you till the second chapter. That is so far. But the implementation details are the yoga, and that is yet to be told by me and listen to me. That is the meaning, right?
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Coming from here,
Kṛṣṇa, can I tell something? What I feel, what I understand? That is Sāṅkhya and Yoga. They are the steps. They are the steps for the Upanishad. Even Nyaya and Charvaka, they are all like steps, 1, 2, 3, 4 steps towards that Upanishads. Because in Sāṅkhya, they don't accept Ishvara. Only Purusha and Prakriti. In Yoga, there is only Atma Tattva. That is, you understand yourself. And after that, Paramatma. They are all steps towards that understanding of Atman, Paramatman. All the systems were not 100% full in themselves. They are steps towards the Upanishad Jnana.
True. Agreed. Yes, correct.
Charvakas, if you stand there, whatever they say, it is true. If you climb a step further, and whatever Sāṅkhya says, Nyaya says, they are not complete in themselves. But if by following Nyaya system, you cannot attain moksha. By following Charvaka, you cannot attain moksha. But all these are steps towards the Upanishad Jnana, Upanishads.
So they are valid. Okay, they're valid. But one small item you have to remember is in the Brahma Sutras, Sāṅkhya, Charvaka and other darshanas are taken as Purva Paksha in the Brahma Sutra, and they are refuted by the Vedas and say, no, that is not right. And because you need to remember what Vedavyasa said, Veda Shastrat Param Nasti. So the thing is, there is nothing higher than Veda Shastra. So the Sāṅkhya and Charvaka and other systems, though they are steps, they are valid for certain level of aspirants. Those who don't believe in anything spiritual, for them Charvaka Shastra is valid. Those
no, not like that. Not like that. The truth is that Brahma eva Satyam. To attain that, these are all even the ordinary person also, he goes by this only. They're all steps towards. So whatever we think that it's correct. But when we get the better perspective, we think, oh, what I thought may not be correct. So we climb further. That is what I want to mean.
So that's what I mean. But we need to remember, from the perspective of Vedanta, these other systems
they are not full
refuted.
in themselves. They are not 100% full in themselves. That is true.
True. Yeah.
They are part and parcel of Upanishadic Jnana.
Got it. No disagreement. Okay. All right. So here, one question I still want to answer, raised by Renuji. What it is they are all Astika systems. That is, Sāṅkhya is also an Astika system.
They are all
Yoga
Astika.
is also an Astika system. Renuji, what do you mean by Astika system?
I think, Krishnaji, the Astika systems are those that hold Vedas as the pramana.
Correct. Right? Yeah,
the Nastika systems do not hold Vedas as the ultimate pramana. That is why, that is the main reason for classifying them as the two different systems. Charvakas, Jainas, and Buddhist systems are considered the Nastika systems.
Yeah. See, it is well said. And what happens is, even for the Vedas, the Sāṅkhya people have their own understanding of these Vedas. For example, the Sāṅkhya system. See, Sāṅkhya was started by a person called Ishvara Kṛṣṇa. This Ishvara Kṛṣṇa is not same as the Kṛṣṇa in the Mahabharata.
Correct.
Okay. Ishvara Kṛṣṇa is a separate author.
Sāṅkhya was started by Kapila Muni, who is supposed to be an avatar of Vishnu.
No, don't. Sāṅkhya is also started by a Kapila Muni, which is slightly different Sāṅkhya. And that is okay. So the Sāṅkhya started by Kapila Muni is not against the Vedas.
Okay, got it. Samyak khyayate iti Sāṅkhyam, that is the meaning. Samyak
khyayate. Sāṅkhya tattvam avadiyate iti Sāṅkhya Śāstram.
No, I'll come to that. We'll go to that later. The Sāṅkhya started by Kapila Muni is different. And that is acceptable because Kapila is a Maharshi. That is acceptable to Vedas. But the thing is, even Patanjali started yoga system. That Patanjali's yoga system is acceptable. But there is another yoga system which is slightly different from Patanjali's yoga system. And that is not acceptable.
But this yoga system, yoga is derivative from the Patanjali's yoga only. Even the Sāṅkhyas, Kapila Muni's Sāṅkhyas, that is the original thing for this Sāṅkhya Śāstra. Though it may not be 100% same.
See, it could be, but the thing is, here in the Madhvācārya, they make a very clear distinction.
For our study, yes, I agree.
Here,
I agree with you.
He will say, don't talk of the Kapila's Sāṅkhya is different and this Sāṅkhya is different.
Yes.
That's what we say. Whether they have common issues or not is not of our concern.
They are different.
Everything has some commonality. Even Charvaka or materialist has commonality with us, right?
Yes, that is true.
What do you call, the fire is going to burn. That is commonly understood, whether he is a theist or an atheist, or whether a believer of God, Vedas or non-believer of Vedas. So there is a lot of commonality in all these things. That is of no concern to us. Where they are different, we have to say that they are different, and you don't go that way. And Vaidika Shastras are supported here. Madhvācārya says, follow which is supported by Vedas. That is why he is making a big deal about Pañcarātra and say, among all the Agamas, Pañcarātra is valid Agama. This is in 100% agreement with Vedas, so follow Pañcarātra Agama. That is what Madhvācārya is saying. Similarly, Sāṅkhya and Yoga systems of thought, do not follow them. They are popular. And they are originated from Ishvara Kṛṣṇa. And see, the other yoga founder is a different founder. And I will tell you what, some people say Hiranyagarbha is the founder of Yoga Shastra. See, I will mention, I'll find it more and let you know what exactly is a non-Patanjali view of yoga. That is something separate. We'll talk about it later. Okay, coming back here, what I wanted to mention for Renu's question is, I found a book called The Chandogya Upanishad Explained According to the Sāṅkhya System of Thought. Right? So an Upanishad can have different interpretations. Chandogya can be explained by the Advaita Vedanta perspective. Chandogya Upanishad is see, you got to understand, Chandogya is the portion of Vedas, and the Vedas were there forever in a way. And they were found, even if you take modern view, the Rig Veda was found 5, 7, 8,000 years before. And our ācāryas came much later. And ācāryas started interpreting this. In the same way, the Sāṅkhya philosophers interpreted Vedas, agreeing with the Vedas in their own way. If you look at it, even a Mimamsaka could agree with the Vedas. And Mimamsaka, obviously, he says Veda is the perfect thing, and Mimamsakas agree with Vedas, but they have a different interpretation of the Vedas. So what here Madhvācārya is saying is, those interpretations of Sāṅkhya and Yoga are not completely correct. Interesting how Madhvācārya argues. This is sort of true even according to Ramanuja.org and Shankaracharya, and that's exactly they started. That is the whole purpose of the Brahma Sutras, where they kept Sāṅkhya and other systems as Purva Paksha and refuted them in the Brahma Sutras. Okay, let's go further.
So, Swami, I have a couple questions.
Yeah.
Pañcarātra is not accepted by Shankaracharya, right?
Pañcarātra. What did he say?
Pañcarātra is not accepted. The Agama is not accepted. The Agama Śāstra as being a Vaidika system is not accepted by Shankaracharya, but Ramanuja.org.
No. There is only a portion of Pañcarātra which is not acceptable to Shankaracharya, where Sankarshano nama jivo jayata, it says. That means the Sankarshana jiva was born. That is what it is said in that particular place. There he says that jiva srishti is not acceptable. Only a portion, some aspect of Pañcarātra is not acceptable to Shankaracharya, but a lot of Pañcarātra is acceptable to Shankaracharya.
Okay.
See, we need to be very careful when we say, oh, Pañcarātra is not accepted by Shankaracharya. Where did you see? I found it on the internet. I googled it. That's the wrong way to understand philosophy.
Yeah. The other question is that according to the three ācāryas, do they accept that that the Vedas, the Vedangas, and Itihasa Puranas, all of them existed at the same time? Like they came in a sequence, or they existed when we say Apaurushaya of Vedas? Do we accept the other Shastras which explain the meaning of Vedas, the darshanas and everything to be existing?
I'm not able to hear you. First of all, your voice is a little bit not good.
Oh, we also can't hear him properly.
We can't hear you very well.
Can you hear me better now?
Not clear.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the existence of Vedas as Apaurushaya or as existing at always is accepted by all the Ācāryas. I understand that. What about the darshanas, the Itihasa Puranas, and the other texts that come along with the Vedas explaining the meaning of the Vedas? Is that also accepted as existing together, or do they accept it as a sequence or something like that?
See, Itihasa is always historical, so it occurred in a particular time, right? Itihasa means sometime long time back it existed. Something happened, right? So smritis are different. The Puranas are all smritis. Itihasa is also smriti, right? Smriti is the rishis wrote those works. So they are not taken as Apaurushaya at all. They are Paurushaya only.
Yeah, I understand that. And what about the Agamas?
Agamas, see, it depends. Pañcarātrasya Kṛṣṇasya Bhakta Narayana Swayam. Say Narayana talked about Pañcarātra. So it was in his mind for eternally, in a way, right? So the thing is, it doesn't matter whether they are Apaurushaya or Paurushaya. Whether they agree with the Vedas or the idea of the Vedas is the important thing. Whether they are valid to follow or not is the important thing.
Okay.
But all the systems of philosophy are Paurushaya only, because they are started. Charvaka, Sāṅkhya, Yoga, they are started. They are told by someone. So it comes below Brahmajnana. Not this is Paurushaya.
Purushakrita.
Maybe not like us, but they Paurushaya only.
Yeah. Anyway.
So Vedas only are Apaurushaya. Only Vedas are Apaurushaya.
So, can we go further then?
Yes.
Okay. In Moksha Dharma, the Sāṅkhya and Yoga Shastras are declared to be Veda Viruddha or against the Vedas. Further, the Pañcarātra agamas are praised as consistent with the Vedas. Parthakyam tu Sāṅkhya Yapekshaya Yuktam Tatraiva Chitrashikandi Śāstre Pañcarātra Mule Vaidikyokteścha Evameva Sarvatra Sāṅkhya Yoga Shabdartha Upadeyo Varnaniyaha. In the Mahabharata Moksha Dharma, there is a mention of some Shastra known as the Chitrashikandi Shastra, and that is said to be based on the Pañcarātra doctrine. Hence, it has to be taken as valid. However, the Yoga and Sāṅkhya, which are the classical systems, have to be understood to have some valid acceptable portions, but they are not completely valid. You should not take Yoga as the one authored by Patanjali and Sāṅkhya as the one authored by Kapila. So the Sāṅkhya and Yoga mentioned as classical systems are originated by others, not by Patanjali and Kapila. So this is what we need to understand. So what I'm understanding from this is Kapila is a sage rishi and his systems is acceptable. And there is a little bit of issue in the Brahma Sutras. I will talk about it later. But Patanjali is also a valid system, but it's not, maybe Bhakti Yoga and other things are beyond the Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. That's all. Patanjali's Yoga Sutras are valid. Sāṅkhyam Yogam Pashupatam Veda Aranyakamevacha Jnanani Etani Bhinnani Natrakarya Vicharana. In the Mahabharata, Madhvācārya mentions Sāṅkhyam Yogam Pashupatam Veda Aranyakamevacha. So the systems of thought which are Sāṅkhya, Yoga, Pashupata, Vedas and Aranyakas put together, they are all different systems. Natrakarya Vicharana, they're clearly different, and don't get confused about it. Don't think about it. So here the Sāṅkhya and Yoga are different from the Vedic thought. Even the Pashupata is different from the Vedic thought. Pañcarātrasya Kṛṣṇasya Vakta Narayana Swayam. So the entire Pañcarātra was authored by Narayana himself. Jnaneshu eteshu Rajendra Sarveshu etat Vishishyate. In the similar systems of thought, actually Pañcarātra is very valid. It is the best in a way. Sāṅkhya and Yoga talked about in the Gītā, that is, which is portion of the Mahabharata, indicate systems different from the ones which are classical Sāṅkhya and Yogas. And these classical Sāṅkhya and Yogas were said to be against the Veda and Aranyakas. So we need to understand that. So what is said in the Bhagavad Gītā as Sāṅkhya and Yoga are perfectly valid. That is Krishna's own views, which are different from the classical Sāṅkhya and Yoga. That's what the mention is here. By the way, this is a harder subject, more difficult subject, because Ramanuja.org says, even though Pashupata is not Vaidika, there are portions of Pashupata which are very, very valid. Atma Pramananyetani, you should not go against this Atma Pramanas, which is Pashupata. In Pashupata, the certain viewpoints are there, which explain the nature of Jivatma. Anavamala, Karmana Mala, Anava Mala, Mayaya Mala, these three malas which hurt the Jivatma. That is, Anava Mala is atomicity, which is small, right? But the Jivatma is small. That we again will talk about it later. Karmana Mala, Jivatma is subject to karma. Maya Mala, Jivatma is subject to Maya. All these these views are explained very well in the Pashupata. So they are Atma Pramanas. That means they are valid in some ways, but they are against Vedas and Aranyakas in some ways. That is why we should not follow them. So, but Ramanuja.org says Pashupata cannot be completely denied wholly. They are not completely wrong. That is what he mentioned. Yuktescha jnanam hi jaiva muktam upayasya vakshate. I will talk about this in the next class. I have to stop here because I don't have any more preparation beyond this. Okay, now it's time. I guess we have answered most of the questions today. If you have any questions, write them down. And we can again meet next week. So tomorrow there will be Upanishad class also. I'm planning to continue with the Kena Upanishad. Okay.
Thank you,
Anything
Kṛṣṇa.
else before I stop? Everything okay? The chat, I don't know what this chat. Okay. Namaste. Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Parama Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Sarva Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Kṛṣṇa Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Nrisimha Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Hayavadana Parabrahmane Namaha, Sarvam Shri Kṛṣṇa Arpanamastu.
Thank you.